You know it's a good day when you haven't planned to record anything and then suddenly you have your vlogging camera. Welcome to one of my favorite countries in the entire planet, the country of Poland, the capital of Warsaw. There is energy all over the place, big panda there, and some people playing some fun stuff here. It is a bit cold, I can give you that, I agree, but this beautiful old town, a lot of it has been reconstructed after the Second World War, but it's a beautiful place, really. But don't come to Poland, stay in your Western countries because they are good, they are safe. Just leave me here in East of Europe. I stopped convincing people how good life in East of Europe. It's bad. Hey, ex-communist countries, are you crazy? Yeah, Poland was one of them. It was an ex-communist, it wasn't Soviet Republic, but it was a government influenced by communism. Not as crazy as Romania, but yeah. Wow. The food here in Poland, it's bad. Don't come here. Alright, the heart of the old town is there, so let's go back that direction. I feel very cold for them, to be honest. Look at them in skirts, and girls have a different heating system from men. It's crazy. My first time here, I thought everything here was original, like from, you know, the medieval era. Well, a lot of things here were totally destroyed during the Second World War because the Nazi thought it was a good idea to do so, and they rebuilt everything. And it's one of the most beautiful old towns of all of Europe, probably in the entire world. This one here in Warsaw, because even the old town of Krakow, is wasn't really destroyed, so it's like a lot of it is the original. I feel that here you have a different energy. This is your New York. This is your New York of East of Europe. If you are fed up with all the problems of New York and you want to find an alternative to New York, come to Warsaw. I'm not kidding. You get the advantages of the city, like the big city, high dynamic, but then you have a huge safety, super clean. In case you had a doubt, the mood here in Warsaw is not for capitalist skepticals. Here they are 100% supporters of the United States. More recently, the country of Poland made the decision to have their first civil nuclear power plant producing electricity from nuclear power. Guess who they awarded the massive multi-billion contracts? Not for South Korea, certainly not for EDF, France, because they had huge delays in their last projects. They awarded it to an American company. All of these countries could have built in nuclear power for Poland, but there was more into going the American way than just the technology itself. And even I think, yes, the Secretary of Energy in the US, she kind of, you know, congratulated herself and everybody else for this decision of the government of Poland to award that contract to the United States. So it's massive jobs for Poland and for Americans in the coming 15 to 20 years. Because in nuclear power plants, 10 years, if you are good, I think you can finish it in 10 years. But yeah, it's a lot of jobs in the coming decade or two here. Whenever I'm in Warsaw, I don't know what to do. Come to the old town. It sets the mood right immediately. Have a lot of people, a lot of food options, a lot of entertainment. And that's always a good afternoon. And now you're gonna see one of the most beautiful houses of the entire European continent. It's a piece of art. Where do you want to start from? Let's start from here, from this facade. If I would describe each facade, it would take 2 or 3 vlogs separately. Look at this one. When was the last time you saw animals' heads on the facade here? Look at that other one with some more gold ornaments. Now, of course, the basics of the medieval houses in Europe, and especially Western Europe, The basics are, you know, if the facade is large, the guy has more money. If the facade has more gold ornaments, kind of more symbol, like kind of things that will require more money to build, it reflects the wealth of that family, usually because cats kind of was family owned things. They wouldn't share their homes with someone else, of course. No. Look at them, look at these beauties. And it's just hard for me to believe that these houses, they were rebuilt after the Second World War. But out of honesty, I don't know if everything here was rebuilt or 10% or 20%, I don't know. But I know that a good part of the old town of Warsaw was badly destroyed after the Second World War. So, but anyway, that's the past. Today, it's one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful old town of all of Europe, probably the entire world. Because old towns are a specialty of Europe. Okay, probably this one is my favorite house. Look at this beautiful facade. The warmth of the colors Michelin, does it mean that this is a Michelin restaurant? There aren't a lot of Michelin restaurants in, yeah, it's a restaurant. Wow, it's a Michelin. And in case you're wondering how hard or how easy it is, sorry lady, to become a Michelin restaurant, watch a documentary on Netflix. I think it's called Chef's Table. Is it Chef's Table? Yeah, Chef's Table. And that's where they would speak about the requirements to become or to have the, you know, the naming of Michelin restaurants, which is today a worldwide classification, if I may say. The museum has a very nice cafe. I sat last year there. It's crazy, you wouldn't go to a museum to have a nice cafe, but this one is, they have like vegan cakes, clean, beautiful, perfect environment. Let me just show you, and I don't think I want to sit again here, but yeah, it's one little secret. It's right at the Museum of Warsaw, and when you go here, look at your medieval, God, this is a real metallic door. Shit. Yeah, and this is your restaurant. It's a hidden spot, but yeah, some vegan beauties. And of course the Museum of Warsaw, to learn a bit more about the city. Not the time for it now because it's getting late anyway. So let's see more of the old town. Then come the Warsaw Barbican, a fortification to protect the city. Not really, because it was built in the 16th century. We're talking about mid-1500, and it used quickly its role because at the time, by the 16th, 17th century, those classical medieval fortifications, they had no real use anymore. You see, this is the Barbican, and on paper it was supposed to protect the city from military invasions, you know, defense purposes. But in reality, it served only once as a defense for the city of Warsaw. That's during the invasion of Sweden, when Sweden invaded Poland in which year? 1656. Sorry. And that time, yes, the Barbican served as a protection to the city. This beautiful monument, which is today more a tourist attraction. But yeah, served once, and that's it. The crazy part is, I wondered, how comes from the 1500 when it was built up to 1656 it was never used? Nobody attacked, nobody dared to attack Poland. Was it that strong, this country called Poland? The answer is yes, it was very strong, because it wasn't only Poland, it was, let's go from here, because you see a lot of people coming from here, and I'll continue the story with you. Yes, these are the cute alleys I wanted to take you to. Yes, now we can talk. How comes nobody dared to invade Poland? Well, they did, but at the time Poland was very strong. We are talking about the Polish-Lithuanian Empire, so it wasn't only Poland, it was an empire created with Lithuania, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, and the Kingdom of Poland between the 1560 something, so the mid-16th century to the mid-18th century. So it lasted for kind of 2 centuries. It grew to become one of the most powerful empires of Europe, just before Napoleon Bonaparte took over and claimed the other powerful empire, the French one. These walls are beautiful. It's crazy. You feel the history. You feel the history. Again, a lot of this part was destroyed during the Second World War. And here is the Barbican, or Barbican as they call it in Polish language, seen from outside. So yes, the Polish-Lithuanian Empire was very strong at the time. Grew up to 12 million if I'm not mistaken. And 2 languages to show you how kind of ethnic that empire was. 2 languages were spoken, the Polish language and the Latin language also, because it has other ethnicities living within the borders of the empire. The view, guys. See, I want to tell you a confession, but that's because I really like you. Let me tell you this. I feel lucky, privileged and honored, but more really lucky to be here. Or I feel lucky that I left the Western countries 2 years ago, because this is not a new discovery for me. My first time in Poland was, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, but it was more as a tourist. When I went to most of Western countries, you know, that hype around Scandinavia, the United States, Western Europe, I said, there is something interesting about East European countries, let's go back to them. So 2 years ago, I sold everything, more than 2 years ago, and I went to East of Europe. Guess where I went first? Here, Poland. And I lived in Poland for more than 6 months, actually. Yeah, more than half a year. And what happens is it was during the COVID, so it's not really the best time you want to explore a country. And I just loved everything, even during COVID. Like, Polish people were very respectful to the rules. Like, even you want to cross the road, you see a group of Polish people standing there, they're waiting the green light, they will not cross. So I liked the fact that in general the Polish society, the people living in the Polish society, they obey by the rule in general. Even though sometimes you would walk and then you hear music, I say, hold on, it's COVID, it's lockdown, how comes there is music? Well, someone with good connections has the authorization to have people dancing inside during COVID, but that's okay. That's, I consider it like part of the flexibility. It's fine. If I believe that some of us will not want to go into full lockdown, and these people that are part of the society, you can't just ignore them or force them to say no, you have to get vaccinated, you want to dance together, all right, here's a place for you. That's fine for me, it's okay. I prefer this version rather than the Austrian version, for example, where people literally were forced to get vaccine even though they didn't want to. That to me was, there is 2 countries that today don't exist on the map when I look at the map, Austria and Australia, because the way they treated their citizens during the COVID was crazy to me. So yeah, I don't even want to have to deal with them. But back to this topic, beautiful monument. Today it's a lovely tourist attraction. I wouldn't come to eat here, to be honest, because I feel this area is very touristy, but always lovely to have a walk or a tea or a little Polish cake.
I can hear the earth sing out, rhythm of our hearts beat loud, part of something so wild, untamable, magic in the atmosphere, ringing out strong and clear, playing on, it's so wonderful, wonderful. Holding on so tightly now, I've missed every sign.
The level of quality of food here in Poland, it's insane. Okay, it's really a good place, but really in Poland they don't do things halfway. Just look at this. I ordered the tea and he said, oh, we have winter tea. I said, yes, bring it on. And here is your winter tea. Like, they could have brought just this without these and that would be fine. This is like some vanilla, I guess. And okay, here is another cherry on the cake, this one. I don't even know what it is. He explained something to me where I said, okay, it's fine. It looks good. I'm happy with it. Nah, quality. Not only the food, like, yeah, like Polish people, they have decided to do everything good. From the roads, the airport, the tramways, the tramway I see it passing in front of me, same quality than in Germany, than in any other Western country. Yeah, anything they do, they say, we're gonna do it well. I love it. I'm in love with Poland. And this is not the first time, actually. It has been, it's a long love story with Poland. Alright, I'll try this winter tea.